Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we'll be learning how to make a petticoat to give your dresses fullness. If this is something you would like to learn, kindly keep watching and let's get right into the video. You'll be needing your adnet for this project. Firstly, we'll be measuring out the yardage of adnets to be used. I measured out 10 yards of adnets and I used it for roughly about 2 kids. Yeah, so we need to mark out the width of our ad net. So currently my ad net is on 4, which was why I started with 3 inches. Once I opened it up, going to give me 6 inches I wanted, and I'll continue marking out my 6 inches as I go. So you mark out the width of your ad net, and that will determine what you will mark out on your flare later. Once we're done with that, then we can start cutting out our ad nets. So we'll cut them in this width. So this is easier and faster. Let's introduce our flare. So around the flare, you come down by 1 inch first around the waistline. So you come down by 1 inch so that it doesn't become, or it's not bulky around the waist area. So you start fixing your ad net after the 1 inch mark you might have created. Now we can start creating the lines where our ad nets will be sitting. So remember, I used 6 inches as our ad nets width. On this marking, I used 4 inches, so it's going to be sitting 2 inches below each net. I don't know if that makes sense. So the ad net is 6 inches, while the mark I'm creating here, or the lines I'm creating here, will be 4 inches. So I just keep doing 4 plus 4 plus 4. So afterwards, I'm going to go around to get my circle. So I'll turn it to the other side, and then we'll be creating the same marking on this other side. So you need to be calm, you need to be patient when doing this kind of project. You don't need to rush it. So practically we'll be repeating same thing on this other side. Come down by 1 inch, and then we'll keep marking out our 4 inches width, and then we'll connect the lines. Let's gather this ad nets together. So on our sewing machine, does like this way, or this method that I gather my ruffles, it just involves using your pinky finger and your index finger and then your middle finger to gather these ruffles. I'll try and zoom in so we can all have a glimpse of what I'm talking about. So try super hard to I'll keep taking it slowly this way so you all can see how I gather. This method works better and it's faster, so I'm going to try not to rush this particular part so you guys can get comfortable and with the way I move my fingers, so that will help you also create or help in also creating your ruffles too. So I just pick from the front and push it underneath my footer. So I pick from the front, pick from the front, and I push it in. Pick from the front, push it in. This method is faster. Within, let's say, roughly 30 to 45 minutes, you'll be done gathering the amount of net you will be needing for your project. So I'm taking it quite slow here, and I'm just going to keep walking this way. You pull from the front, more like you are pushing, creating pleats on purpose. So you're taking more net from the front and you're pushing it under the footer with just your index and middle finger. So when I get to this last part, instead of me having like tiny net lengths, I'm going to just add to it. So this is how I created the add net ruffles, and the same way I also created the mesh net ruffles on the kiddies dress you're seeing on my thumbnail. So yeah, I'll just keep gathering my nets now, and once we're done, we'll then get back to the next step. Once you get a hold of how to gather your add nets this way, you will be done within or less than an hour. It's easier, it's more comfortable this way too. Yeah, so once we're done with the add nets, we would proceed to placing the nets on our peplum or our flare. So I'll start by placing my net from the end of my fabric. Please don't start from the beginning. So we'll be placing our net from like towards the end part of our ruffles. So I'm placing my add net this way. I'll be following the lines I earlier created on my fabric. Then we'll go slowly but steady. I don't know if you can see the way I'm trying to use my both hands to press down the add nets so that it doesn't split or move still. So we keep going this way till we get to like the top of the fabric. So we'll keep gathering till we get to like the end of this first layer. So we just keep placing our add nets on the lines. So the lines are like a guide for us this time around. So once you're done with the first layer, you move on to the second layer, then like that you move to the third, move to the fourth, depending on numbers of lines you have on your fabric. If you don't want your add nets this much, you can decide to make the length of your add nets longer and the width of your add nets longer, and then the width you'll be measuring on your fabric should be like -2 inches of the width of your add net. I don't know if it makes sense. So if you don't want too much lines on your fabric this way, you don't want it this full, you can decide to make the width of your add nets longer and then just take out -2 inches on your fabric to just create the lines. I don't know if it makes sense. So yeah, so we just keep placing our add nets, and should the case you notice that one of your add nets you've used the last part, okay, this is where I will be showing us how to place our add net should the case we have like a shorter length. So I'm almost done with this part. I'll be showing us how to place our add net so that we can continue pleating. So I'll just place it on top, about 2 inches on top of the one that is about to finish. So I'll be placing my add net this way, and I will continue sewing till I get to like the other part or to the other end of the fabric. So yeah, these are like little steps to take to create like fullness in your garments, because most times if you just use just a single layer, it won't give you like what you want. So I try as much as possible to create structure for my ad net underneath it. So yeah, so this is what it should look like at the end of the day once you're done gathering your ad net. As you can see the 1 inch we marked out earlier is still showing around the waistline. This will help push out your fabric, and this is going to be like the middle layer. I'll be attaching this to like my lining of my bodice. And yeah, so yeah guys, so you would have a bit of this fullness when you attach, after attaching your ad net to, or your petticoat to your ball dress. It makes the dress a bit heavier, but it gives it like this bold like dress structure. So yeah guys, this is a quick video, and yeah, this brings us to the end of our video. If this tutorial has been helpful, kindly please subscribe, like, share my video, and also leave a comment. See you in the next one. Bye guys.